YouTube. This is MT Shark 7 here, and this is another edition of Game Pickups. Now this video might be a little long because I think this is like a month's worth of stuff, and like I have a lot of stories to go with most of the stuff I got, and I think this is going to be like the best pickups out of all of them that I've done, and I'll get to that later. But I guess first off, we'll start off with the video game systems I acquired. Last weekend, my parents went out to a beef and beer, and they do like their Chinese auctions. So they put them in the baskets, and they actually won a video, I think it's a video game night basket, and it had like soda, it had chips, and it had these 2 video game units that they decided, they were like, oh, yeah, our son is in the video games, so we'll get it for him, which I was shocked. I was like, wow, like, I was totally not expecting that. So, yeah, I'm thankful that they gave it to me. But, so it came with this, the Pac Man plug and play, which this thing's pretty cool. It's like you can keep it on the shelf. It's like a little nice shelf piece, and you take off the bottom, and the wire comes out there, and you hook it up to the TV set. And it has the box. I just was playing with it, so I took it out of the box. So there's that. Then the next thing that came with it was the Atari Flashback 4 console, which I know they're already on their 5th console, but hey, I mean, it's a console I didn't have, so hell, I'll take it. And this thing's pretty cool. I think this is the first Flashback that actually does the wireless, or I think it's, yeah, the infrared, like, wireless controllers. So yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I've been playing with this, and along with the Pac Man controller at night. And then I have the huge bag of stuff. Now, I guess I don't even know where to begin. Oh man. Well, here we go. How about we start here? Well, before I get into it, last week, I know, Chance, aka, Doomwaves, he's like obviously he's into Doom, and he loves like the whole Doom franchise. Reason why his YouTube is, Doomwaves. And myself, I love Doom as well. And he posted his collection, like all of his Doom stuff, and it got me like thinking, I'm like, oh wow, I never picked up Doom 2 for the Game Boy Advance, because by the time I noticed they came out with it, then the Game Boy Advance was long gone. So I went to my friend Nick at Next Level. He has his gatherings once a month, so I went to that last weekend. And our friend Chandler, he was selling complete in-box Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. Like, he had a whole tub of it. And it's funny because all the games are like, they're usually like matte finish. There was one shiny, like, card box, and it was Doom 2. I was like, oh my god, Doom 2. And I didn't know how much it went for, because I know it's like kind of rare. So I looked at, he was like, oh, hey, well, $55. I was like, all right, I mean, it's kind of pricey, but whatever. I mean, now I can complete my id collection for the Game Boy Advance, because that's the only one I was missing. So I picked it up, and, you know, I hung out, and then I went home. So later, later on that night, I was like, oh, okay, let me try this. I pop it in the Retron 5. It's like 1%, 2%. It's like taking forever to load up this game. I'm like, what the hell is it's like? It literally took like 15 seconds for it to recognize the game. Well, it's funny, it didn't recognize it. It said unknown cartridge. So I'm like, that's weird. So I took it out, and I made, like, I cleaned it before I popped it in. I popped it in again. Same thing, took forever to load up. Unknown cartridge. So I tried to force start it anyway. I'm like, all right, well, maybe it will work. So it reset the console. I'm like, wait, now this is goofy. Why is it resetting Doom 2 and not knowing that it's a Doom GBA game? So I took out my Game Boy Advance, popped it in. It was, oh god, what the hell company was it? Shit. something 7. I don't know. If I find it out, I'll put it in the description. But I forget. Mode 7. Mode 7. It came up like with the goofy intro, kind of like when you bootleg Sega Dreamcast games, where they used to have the intro and you had to press start and it would fire off the game. It had like Mode 7 presents Doom 2. I'm like, what the hell is this? So I pressed start and it loaded up the game. Here, the save feature didn't work. So then I looked, like the box is super glossy as hell. I'm like, wait a minute. So I looked in the manual. There's like 5 pages and it's like all like horrible like print. And there's no table of contents and there's no like, oh, what the hell? There's no table of contents and there's no credits in the back. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is a bootleg. What the heck did Chandler sell me this bootleg for? So I told my friend Nick, because I didn't have anyone to contact him. And he was like, oh yeah, he's like, he felt bad. He's like, all right, he's like, I'll just give you your money and, you know, we'll, whatever, I'll give you your money back and it's fine. So I was like, now I'm like, well, I want the game. Like, I can't not have it now. That was like a huge tease. I wanted to complete my id collection. So I found one. There was only one on eBay that was like complete in box and had everything. It was kind of pricey. It was like, I paid like $75 for it, but I mean, I think it's worth it. I finally got Doom 2 officially complete in box for the Game Boy Advance. I tested it. The save files work on it. And there's a table of contents and credits at the end. So it has everything. They look like they never touched it. There's all the goofy manuals. I don't know if you can see all that. The game, it even has the plastic covering for the game. So I'm super excited to have that. I've completed my id collection for Game Boy Advance. Thank God. And since Chance put that up on Nerdtopia, I was kind of in a Doom kick. I was like, oh, what other game do I have? Well, I have now Doom for the 3DL. Which, in the back there, get ready to toast some demon flesh. I don't know, I hear a lot of like people dog this version. I think mostly because it's not full screen, but I think that you enter a simple code in the beginning and makes it full screen, but I've been watching YouTube videos of this, and I think this might be like the best port of Doom 2. I mean, I haven't played it yet, so I'm kind of like half-assing my opinion here, but from what I've played, the best version of Doom 2, or not Doom 2, oh, get out of here. Doom is on the Atari Jaguar. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, it doesn't have sound, and blah, 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 blah. Well, it's smooth as hell. There's no slowdown in it, and it's just like an amazing port, to be honest. I still have yet to beat it, but I got pretty far, and that version I like love. So I'm excited to. This is actually going to be the next console I'm hooking up. My Odyssey 2, I'm putting away in the box, which I want to get. That's why I want to get this pickup video out of the way, because going on travel next week, so I want to get all my games in my back end. God damn, I can't talk tonight. Put my games in my spreadsheets of all my collections and upload it onto the Google Drive, so when I go on travel, everything will be updated, and everything, I want everything like put away in the boxes and everything. So what's next? Oh, I picked this guy up, loaded for Sega Saturn. And it's which this one I played, like, from what I remember, I think this one actually plays the background music, the entire track of the Pop Will Eat Itself songs, which the PlayStation version, I think it only had like a small portion of it. I don't know why I'm holding it back. I need to put it down here. Please. So yeah, so I'm excited to get this in my collection. So there's that. Now, probably the next system is probably the Saturn I'll dig out. I gotta get more games for the Saturn if I want to dig it out. That's the only new game I got. And next up, I know Steve Barr on Nerdtopia, he was mentioning about like how the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is out of print. And I was like, well, I want to get one. And, excuse me. And, I wanted to not get it like complete in box, but I wanted to get it new, only because, like, Zelda games, like, if you get them new, they like go up in price like exponentially. And I made the mistake because I picked up Legend of Zelda, the Twilight Princess for the Wii, brand new, and I opened it and I played it, and I didn't really get far. Like, I don't know, I wasn't into that one. And here, apparently, like I got that brand new for $20, and now it's like, I think it's over $100 brand new for that game. I'm like, oh my god, I should have bought it new and bought like a disc to play it, and then realize, oh, I don't really like that version, or that specific Zelda. So yeah, I ended up picking up, and it's kind of pricey, but I think it's worth it. I'm not gonna open it, but it's the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, brand new for 3DS. So I'm excited to have that. I'm definitely gonna pick up Majora's Mask somewhere down the line, hopefully before it goes out of print, so I don't have to spend an arm and a leg. I can actually spend the normal $40 on it. So there's that. I'll probably get, I mean, I have the game for the N64, and I might just play for that. I mean, I know people are like, oh, but it's 3D. Well, to be honest, like with my 3DS, like I don't really notice the 3D all that well. I don't know if it's because of my left eye, I have astigmatism, but I know the first time I actually experienced, like, oh my god, the 3D was, I was playing on my friend's 3DS XL, so I'm gonna have to wait to get like a 3DS XL, and then hopefully by that time the card only of the game will be pretty reasonable. Now these next two games are pretty important because I finally completed 2 video game consoles. I got every single US release of these 2 consoles. Now, the one system is really, well, Odyssey 2 is really dear to me because it was the very first system to get me into video games. And I remember my grandfather, he was the one that got the Odyssey 2 for my mom and my aunts and uncles. And I ended up with the system, which got tossed because it was broken, which I now have 2 others. But my papa was like, oh, well, I have basically all the games. Well, come to find out when I started collecting, like, trying to get the rest of the library, that he only had half of them. So I finally got the last game I needed, which I'm sure most of you know that have been following my channel, is Power Lords. And I tested it, and it works. And I put it in a Super Nintendo's case, box protector. Gosh. So yeah, so I got Power Lords for the Odyssey 2. Finally got a decent deal on it, and I've been looking for this game ever since I started my career in 2011. And I'm excited to get this. Oh my gosh. Like, whew. Actually have a system. I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I have every single US release game. Now, this game didn't come with the manual, but I'm not that worried about it. But most of my games, all my games at least have the box. I think there's only 3 of them, including this one that doesn't have the manual. Everything else is complete. Plus, one of the board games I have brand new, so there's that. So yeah, so I finally have every single release. Now I can just buy the homebrews like I've been doing. And then next up is another complete, which most of you will probably laugh and think this is silly, but I've got Night Trap for the Sega CD 32X. And there it is. And it's funny, it comes with a tattoo. Let me show you this. This is goofy. Oh my god, of course the tattoo's at the bottom. Comes with a digital pictures tattoo. Like, who would wear that? Like, that's just like, I don't know, that's goofy. Comes with both discs, the most of them, I mean, the first disc is not too scratched up. I mean, I'll play, but it's not bad. So there's that. So I got every single Sega CD 32X game. I got all 5. Yeah, 5 games. But, which goes into a story of the next game, which is, the only reason I picked this up is to make a story of it. It's kind of silly. So I got Sega CD for, Surgical Strike for the Sega CD. And this game, now, it says free, look at it here, it says free 32X CD offer inside. So, Surgical Strike did come out for the 32X, or, excuse me, Sega CD 32X, but it was never an official US release. And it's funny because I was looking at every single Surgical Strike on eBay to find maybe someone actually filled this out, this offer, and actually got the 32X version. No, the thing's still in there. So there goes that. I mean, probably if I do find a Australian or whatever version, I'll probably pick it up. I don't know if I'll be able to play it in the US 32X. I mean, if anyone has Surgical Strike for the Sega CD 32X and I don't know, knows more about it, I guess leave some message in the comments section. So yeah, so technically my Sega CD 32X collection needs this, but it's never a US release. So there's that. And why would you want to play? Whatever. Alright, what else did I get? Oh my god. Oh. So then I picked up this on Blu-ray. I mean, got the Angry Video Game Nerd, the movie. Picked this up on Amazon. So when I go on travel next week, I'm going to be watching this. I already seen it. This is actually the last movie I've seen in the theaters with my girlfriend. So, shows you how often I go to the movies. Once I have a daughter, then that's it. No social life whatsoever. And I saved the best for last for everyone watching my channel. You know what I'm talking about. It is, I wonder if I can pick all these up with one hand without having them drop everywhere. Oh wow, I did. Game Boy games. Woohoo! Alright. We got tennis. We got Test Drive Off-Road 3. We got Rumble Pack. We got Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver. What else? Temco Bowl. Fancy. And last is, oh gosh, I need to get my eyes examined. Player's Choice version of Star Wars. Is that it? Star Wars? Yep, nothing after that. And that is it, ladies and genitals. Thanks for watching. So yeah, 2 systems, all US releases. Now, I do have to clean up shit in the bedroom there. I will do a short video of all my 32X CD games. Just a short, like, 3-minute video. Just to, excuse me, show them and to show you how easy it is to own a complete collection. I think if you actually went out on eBay and bought all 5 games, I think it would run you like $150, $200, so it's fairly easy to do. I mean, That's why I'm like, meh. I'm like, nah, more about that. But Odyssey 2, that's some good shit right there. I'm super stoked about that. Power fucking lords. Which is funny. Oh, I do have a story for that one. I was funny. I think it's definitely meant to be, as so some say. Because I was on Atari, and usually I look through the marketplace. Some guy was selling the Power Lord, just the game. But he didn't have a price. So I messaged him. I was like, yo, how much you want for this Power Lords? And, you know, I was waiting for him. And me, being impatient that I am, I was like, you know what? Let me check eBay and see if they have it. Sure enough, they had it with the box, like in mint condition. And it was for a reasonable price. And so I was like, all right, buy it. And so I bought it. And I kind of felt bad because I was like, oh man, well, I asked this guy on Atari Age, hey, how much is your Power Lords? And I'm like, just kidding. I don't want to buy from you. But no, he wanted to trade. And I was like, well, I don't have anything to trade you, so I'm sorry. And that was that. So wasn't too upset about that. So yeah, that was that story. And God, I don't even know how long this video is. I really should do like the whole reverse cam so I can actually see myself like in the frame as opposed to the little square dot that's recording me. Yeah. I think I started at 8:10, so 18 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah, I think I'm missing something. Good lord. Am I missing something? Hello? Hello? Nope. Hiccups are all caught up. So yeah, thanks Mom and Dad for their awesome systems. Wow, I don't know how many systems I have now. Ooh. Has to be like 120. It's funny too, because my girlfriend was complaining about it. She's like, oh, you need more systems you need for doing the same thing? And I was like, all right, whatever. Like, quit complaining. So, so I hooked them up, and she was like, oh, they actually look cute there on your entertainment center. I'm like, duh, like, complaining for no reason. Like, you serious? And I do play it. It's not like I'm like gonna have it and not play it. Like, I do play it with my video games. It's not like they sit there and collect dust. I mean, some systems I can't play just because I can't get to them, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I got nothing. I really don't want to waste, I guess I don't want to waste any more of your time. It's Friday night, so I'm sure you're all busy. Thank God it's Friday. So yeah, so got a lot of work to do. Got to put this, update my inventory. Oh, excuse me. Goddamn burps. Oh. Alright, anyway, this is MT Shark 7 signing out. Have a great night.